What's the word again? It's your boy J-Wavers 6 with another flame. Listen, this is for my beginners. This is for my medium wavers. This is for my elite wavers. You know what I'm saying? I want to make this clip real quick. How to use the 3-pack brushes. When I said 3-pack brushes, I'm talking about a hard brush, medium, and a softy. And I want to tell you by details which one it is for what it is. So in other words, which one you can use first and why you're using it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the 3 steps in each brush how to use it. All right, so I just came out of work, you know what I'm saying? Just want to show you my progress so far. I'm wolfing, by the way. This is my first week. Last time I cut it with a two with the grain. So bear with me, you know what I'm saying? I just started brushing my hair again, as you can see. I'm still in progress. Alright, so first of all, I'm gonna start with the brush, with the hard one. I'm trying to tell you my girl to stop using my brush. See a lot of hairs, man. Hey, this what it is. It's what happened when you marry. This is the hard brush, okay? So let's make it quick sample, alright? I only been moving for a week, so I don't got enough hair, but I got enough hair to brush. So the reason why you want to use the hard brush, when you wolfing, and you know what I'm saying, you can wolf 8 weeks. However long you wolfing, the longer you wolf, the more you gotta brush. And for wolfing, you gotta use the hard brush, okay? Every brush is designed for one thing. So the hard brush is designed to go all the way down to your scalp, which means the hair that you got on top is gonna get cut off. So you're not brushing that hair. You're brushing the hair that is underneath, okay? The one that is coming up. That's the hair that you're brushing. So the reason why you're using the hard brush is to get down to that hair, you know what I'm saying? So you could be able to brush it. That's why you call wolfing. That's the reason why wavers wolf. So that way, you know what I'm saying, when you're brushing your hair, you're not brushing the top. You're brushing the one underneath. So that's the new pattern that is coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because the one on top is obvious you're gonna cut it off. So make sure when you're wolfing, you use a hard brush. The reason why, to brush underneath. So I'm gonna do a small section because I don't have a lot of hair. I don't wanna hurt my scalp either. So yeah, I'm not pushing really hard, you know what I'm saying? Just want to do a small light section with it. The brush that I'm using right now is the medium soft. So whatever pattern you have, you know what I'm saying, just do a light section with each. You can go 15 minutes or 10 minutes each brush. But make sure if you're wolfing, you use the hard brush. And I'm ready to tell you why, and I'm gonna repeat it again. You wanna make sure you brush all the way to your scalp. Because that's the one that you're brushing is the new layer that is coming up. You know what I'm saying? You're not brushing the top. This one is gonna get cut off. You wanna brush the one under it. The new pattern that is coming up. So don't push down too hard. Just put the brush and, you know what I'm saying? Just let the brush do his job. So another tip besides wolfing, when you wolfing and you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You already passed the rape stage. You know exactly what you're doing. I don't have to say much. Make sure if you're wolfing, it don't matter how long you're wolfing, make sure you brush enough. If you're going for 8 weeks or 16 weeks like I did last time, you know, I stopped waving. I stopped for like 16 weeks. So I had to cut it with the tool with the grain. Why? Because I wasn't brushing. I had a mini fro and I wasn't paying attention to my hair. I was on vacation, so I didn't care at the moment. But now that I came back, you can see my waves, they all messed up. They not in pattern, they not connecting well, they sloppy. So if you're the type of person like me that went on vacation and you came back to bounce back, I call it this is the bounce back. You wanna have your waves again back in form. Make sure you always do a section with a hard brush. Make sure when you're using your hard like this, your hard brush, vertical, make sure you use half of it. The reason why, if you use the whole brush, remember this is a hard brush, it has pull. So if you're using the whole brush to pull, you might create a fork because you're pulling the waves from behind to connect with the other one. All right? That's a trick right there. Don't use the whole brush unless you're breaking a fork. But if you're not breaking a fork and you just brush into your scalp, make sure you use when it comes to a hard brush, use half of it. Don't use the whole thing unless you're working on the fork. Okay? Don't use all of it. The reason why is the hard bristles, and top of that, you want to create a fork. You don't have a fork, but you want to create because it's so strong and it's going to pull your hair. So the other waves is going to collide with the other waves. So you don't want that. So what I'm using right now, just using half of the brush. It might look like I'm using the whole brush, but I'm not. I'm using half of the brush. So this is how you do it if you're using vertical brush. Okay. That's one of the tips. You go by section. Don't get desperate. Go by section. Take your time with it. Unless you got emergency. This is my crown. This is how I brush my crown. I'm not really pushing really hard on my brush. I'm just normal pattern and let the brush do its job. What I'm doing is I'm brushing the pattern that is coming up. Alright. Focus on your angles, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is good. Take your time while you brush. Because with a hard brush, you can create a fork really fast without you noticing. So, this is how I'm brushing my pattern, okay? Alright, to the next angle. You don't gotta be there half an hour. Once again, it depends how long you're woofing. Okay, I just started woofing, so I don't have a lot of hair to brush. I just want to demonstrate you guys what you use when it comes to woofing. This is a section with a hard, medium, and soft. This is how I brush my crown. So I got a 540. Always brush your crown. Crown is important. Just play with it, you know, be gentle with it because the crown is it's a small spot, so you gotta be really careful with it. If you got a beehive, you're good, but if you got a close crown like me, you gotta be really careful. Looks good to me. Don't brush on the bottom waves. Show low to your bottom. Everywhere that you got hair, you gotta brush. Talking about in your head. Right? I'm gonna do one on my side right here because that's my weak side. So I'm doing a slight section. I'm not using the whole brush, I'm using half of it, okay? So don't think that I'm using the whole brush, I'm not. Might look like, but I'm not. I'm just using half of it. Then I brush the end. You see? I brush the end. I don't go close to the crown. I go close to the end. Right? It was good to me. My hair is dry. Gotta wash my hair tomorrow. Now we're going to the median, okay? The median is now all the way to your scalp. The harder the brush, it goes deeper to your scalp, okay? The median goes in top. Now it's like the median layer. It's now all the way to the bottom. So this one is more soft, so I can use this like this because it's a little softer. It still pulls, but it's not as hard as the hard brush. If you don't know how to use the hard brush, you could damage your scalp, man. You could scratch it, you could bleed out of it. So horizontal, you could do it because they don't have a lot of pull. When you do it vertical, it has more pull, so that's the differences with vertical and horizontal. So you gotta know how to use it. If you don't know how to use vertical brush and you use every bristle, you're gonna create a lot of forks, or even you're gonna create a massive fork. So when you use horizontal, what you're using is this, like this. You see, that's the difference. When you use a vertical, you use the whole entire brush. And you don't want that, because you're not breaking a fork. You're just brushing your waves. So if you use this in hard brush, you could have another waves crashing with another one and create a fork without noticing. Okay, so be careful when you use a hard brush. Use half of it. When you use horizontal, you can use it because it's like this. You see, it's not the same length of bristles. Alright, pay attention to that. But this is a medium, so I could use it like that. So I can use it like this too. I don't have a lot of pull. It pulls, but not like that. And I'm still being careful. I'm still not using it. The full brush. Alright, so this is a section that I'm doing just to show you how you use the medium, hard, and the soft brush. I know a lot of you know this, but there's a lot of waivers that they start in the game. They don't know, so I'm here to help out. That's all. So anything that I learn, I like, showing it to somebody. I know somebody out there is gonna pay attention to it, is gonna look into it. So right here I'm just using half the tip of the brush. because I'm close to my crown. I always like working on my crown. I feel like the waves without crown, it don't look right for me, okay? Cause I don't want you guys to go in my comments and be like, yo, G, you wrong about that. The waves look good without the crown. This is me. This is my personal reference, my personal opinion. Okay? Everybody could have these waves however they want it. I'm just saying me. I feel like waves without the crown, it's not valid for me. It's just me. Okay? So don't take it personal. This is the medium brush, by the way. You don't have to be here 20 hours. You don't have to be here 2 hours. As long as you do 10 minutes of each brush, 10 minutes for the hard, for the medium, and the soft, you'll be alright, man. You don't gotta be here 24 hours. If you wanna be here longer, that's you, but you don't have to. Me, when I do a section, I do it for like an hour, but I take breaks. You know, your shoulders get numb, holding this mirror, you know what I'm saying? Your hands hurt, holding the brush. Hey, I'm human. I get tired too. But that's part of the process, having nice looking waves, you know? It pays off, to be honest. Every time you walk around or you work at a job and, you know what I'm saying, people see your waves, and be like, yo, she's fire. So, I don't do it for them, I do it for me, but at the end of the day, you get credit. People recognize your talent as a waver. Because this is a talent, this is a sport. I consider the wave game a sport. You should make this a sport, like in general, like a real sport, like, you know, like football, basketball. You should make this a sport for real. There's a lot of wavers out there, they deserve it. Right? This is what you get when you don't sleep a lot. Your eyes be burning. Alright, last turn right here with the medium. I'm gonna go with the softy. Alright, looking good. Always finish with a 360. Don't stay halfway, finish with a 360 always. Always finish on the back. Alright, now we're going to the softy. Softy. Oof. I'm gonna shut it down with this one right here. It's for the extra leg. Okay. Right there. Going to the next. Let me see. Right here. Boom. Got it. Right. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. I gotta train my hair, you know, little by little. Eventually my crown's gonna get better. But for now I gotta train my hair. And you see those spots right here? You see those white spots? That's my hair being trained. You know what I'm saying? He's learning how to curve, so that's the 540. Like a spiral, so you see he's learning how to swerve right there, so just gotta be patient and just stay consistent. Right? We'll go here. No overlapping. You always finish with my crown. Use the tip of the brush if you got a